dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for our Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about NXT, February 25th, 2025. Vic Booker Graves on commentary. We're in Cincinnati, Ohio. This was a damn good show. I'm not going to lie. I honestly feel, too, I'm going to make this statement as I go on with this podcast, is that the fact that NXT is no longer a developmental brand. It's the show of the big three. Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. It's part of the big three. I think developmental shows now, the Evolve show, NXT is just standing on its own, and it's proving it ain't going to go anywhere anytime soon, and they're just going to keep killing it. Because we started off with the NXT North American Women's Championship, Stephanie versus Carmen. Awesome, man. I mean, this was just an awesome match. Just to get me going. I'm like, all right, let's see what's going to happen. Oh, these two went at it. I got to give it up to Carmen. Carmen is growing on me more and more every time I see her wrestle. Stephanie's just great. And then after Stephanie gets the win, Julia comes out. It's just like, oh my God, what are we going to do now? And we're building this Roadblock show March 11th at the Madison Square Garden. Yeah, I mean, we're building this show like a pay-per-view. That's what's so insane to me. Before we get to Stand and Deliver, Julia gets in Stephanie's face, and Julia tells Stephanie, you say you're the best, and I say I'm the best, but let's prove it. Champion against champion, title for title at Roadblock. Stephanie versus Julia, and it was just like, oh my gosh. And later on, Ava has confirmed the match, and I'm just excited. I'm over the moon. We get Ariana with Santino with her dad, and then here comes Lola. Sets up a match for later on tonight. I was like, there's Lola. I missed you, Lola. Where have you been? Then Lexus is walking to the ring. He sees Oba, and he's like, hey, man, watch what I do here, because he takes on Moose. Yeah, Moose versus Lexus King for the X Division Championship. Awesome. I had a buddy, Phil, Big Daddy, messaged me. He's like, man, never seen Moose wrestle, but damn. I said, yeah, Moose is a beast. He is a beast in that ring. And then after he gets the win over Lexus King in this awesome match, Oba Femi comes out, and I get goosebumps. I'm just like, oh, my God. And it's champion versus champion at Roadblock, March 11th at the Madison Square Garden. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Moose versus Oba. And I believe it's going to be for the X Division Championship or the NXT Championship. Either or, I'm going to see Oba versus Moose. They teased it last time, and I'm just like, I want more. This TNA crossover thing has just been awesome, man. We get Sean Spears promo. Then we get Ariana on X. She's trying to talk to Jordan on the bus, and Jordan starts talking about Jada. Jada's on the bus, and a big fight breaks out. Looks like the camera didn't really catch anything. But Jada was like, you want to speak on me? You speak on this, bitch. Yeah. Pulling some Okada. Jordan Grace comes out, says the goal was WWE, and now she is here. Now she's here to rule the land and be the juggernaut that she is. And here comes Roxanne. I was like, oh, Roxanne, I thought you were just going to be on the main roster, but I like the fact that they're going to sprinkle Roxanne all over. And she has the Elimination Chamber match this Saturday, which is insane. And Jordan Grace, and they go back and forth, and Jordan's like, you claim this is your kingdom, but I don't see no championship around your waist. And there's a life lesson that I hope that you understand, is that you can plan for anything until bam, punch Roxanne in the mouth, sending a message, and Roxanne ran away. But I was like, okay, let's build something here. Trick is backstage, and he's angry. Everyone's angry to Ricky Saints. This was the best, because Javon's like talking to Trick. Trick's like, not me, son. Don't talk to me, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yo, man, I'm just trying to see what's good, man. And Trick's like, nah, I'm going to get back my championship and this and that. And Ricky Saints comes in and just walks off. And he's like, I get being angry, but goddamn, all y'all angry around here. Oh, I love that so much. Then we get Sarah with Jada. And so we can get Jada and Jordan, I believe, next week. Then we go into No Quarter Catch Crew versus the Hardy Boys. Yeah, boy. I mean, These guys can do the same thing over and over again, but they're still over as hell. That's a sign of legends right there, man. And this match was fun with No Quarter Catch Crew. Hardy Boys get the win. Fraxium's watching ringside, and then Fraxium gets in the ring with the Hardy Boys. I'm like, what is going on? And that Roadblock, I believe, they're going to face the Hardy Boys for the TNA Championships. And I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you like, oh my gosh, this Roadblock show just keeps growing more and more and more, man, because Cientino came out and made it official, because that's what he does. I'm excited. Are you excited? Fraxium versus the Hardy Boys for the TNA Championships? Oh, come on. Then we go to the family. They're at the restaurant, and Tony's like, hey, I got to handle business. Stax is like, hey, man, you don't have to do this alone. But he says, I know everyone's worried, but everyone needs to believe in me. And Tony says, I'm going to handle business with Shawn Spears. Then we get Chelsea and Piper backstage with Soul and Zariah. Freaking Piper's carrying around a taser now. I freaking love it. She's that into this role as the security guard for the first United States Women's Champion, Chelsea Green. It's just great. But it sets up a match for next week with these two. We got Lola versus Ariana. It was okay. Lola got the win. Then out of nowhere, Bootleg Shield's here. Bootleg Shield's been teased all night. They attack the No Quarter Catch Crew and they leave. And I was like, I'm interested. I want to know what's going to go on with this crew. Then we get Eddie. Eddie package. He tells Trick like, hey, you can find me anywhere you want, homie. Like, I'm right here. I'll take you on again. Even though it just feels like it's just becoming stupid and whatnot. And Sarah is with Ava, and Ava makes these matches official. So Roadblock in 2 weeks is shaping up. We got Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania, Stand and Deliver. This life is good. And the AEW Revolution pay-per-views the next weekend. So a lot of wrestling in our future. And we get Ricky Saints with Jawan Evans versus Wes Lee and Ethan Page. Oh my God. Just can't get any better. Life is just good. And with starting the show with Stephanie and Carmen and ending it here, the nice sandwich with everything in the middle of Moose and Lex and No Quarter Catch Crew, Hardy Boys. This was awesome. And Javon and Ethan still have beef, and they went off fight into the crowd, leaving Wes and Ricky showing what he can do. But Ricky gets the win for his team, and that's the way we ended. And as the TV's about to go out, as they're about to go cut to the next show, the credits are rolling. We get Tony fumbled, dun 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 dun. Tony fumbled. I was like, oh my gosh, that is awesome. That is fantastic. So that's the way we end the show. Ricky Saints, man, and I love that pose he does with his hand. I do that every day. I walk in and I'm like, my wife's like, what? I'm like, oh, sorry, just putting my Ricky Saints on. Ricky Saints. But that was NXT, February 25th, 2025. Vic Booker and Graves on commentary in Cincinnati, Ohio. My match of the night, Moose versus Lexus King. That was my match of the night. Second was the main event. And moment of the night, I gotta say, is Julia and Stephanie, champ versus champ, title for title. We're building Roadblock. It's on TV. It's not a PLE. Oh my goodness, let's go! So drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Tell me what was your favorite match. What was your favorite moment? 5 out of 5 for this NXT. That's all I have to say. All right, y'all. Now remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Guys, the ovation is so damn loud, even Miles can hear this.
You're disgusting.